It's a go. We're on Facebook Live as well, Instagram Live. It worked. Yes, I'm so excited. I knew that if we all joined in together, hey, Whitney, and we put that energy out there, it would come out. Okay, so we're going to get started. Those of you that are on Instagram, sorry you're going to miss the intro video, but hopefully you can hear it. So we want to get started tonight and welcome everyone. I am Christy Love of With an IPR. I'm a publicist and a producer, and I am here tonight for my very first Don't Panic Publicize. I'm going to be sharing PR and marketing tips for business owners on the last Monday of every month to help you grow your business. So let's get this video going, everyone. And hi, Owlet. Dedicate yourself and know that it is a journey. Give yourself grace and do not give up. If you fall down, get back up. And last but most importantly to me, make sure you market, promote, and publicize your business. If the public doesn't know you exist, how can they support you?
All right, Christy.
All right, everybody. Welcome again to Don't Panic Publicize. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Monday, the last Monday of January. I am Christy Love. I'm a publicist, a producer. I create content. I do it for the culture. I follow my passion, and I'm very fortunate and blessed that I've been able to do what I love for quite some time. So tonight, on the last Monday of January, starting here January 31st, 2022, I will be hosting on the last Monday of every month. Don't panic. I'll publicize, where I will be talking to people on Instagram Live and on Facebook Live, giving you guys some valuable information about PR and marketing. If you're a business owner, if you are a brand, if you have a nonprofit, if you want to get the word out about your message, that is what my agency does along with my team, the I team, because everyone yields energy and together everyone achieves more. And we are very grateful to our I community, which are our clients. We really appreciate each and every one of you guys. So, if you are looking to hire an agency, we hope that you take us in consideration. We are based in Chicago, but we work in the world. And if you don't, and you want to do it on your own, you just want to have a professional that you can bounce ideas with, we do some consulting. And before we end today, I will be offering a special promotion. And, hey, sometimes you just want to come and get some good conversation and good information to help you level up as a business owner. So I hope to be here once a month to give you an outlet to do so. Want to say hello to some people on Instagram. Hello to my friend Jasmine. She is a fellow marketer. To my friend Michi, she's a content creator. I know some super dope people. And just again, stay tuned because I'm going to be bringing in special guests like tonight, as long as everything works out like it's supposed to technically. So great. Thank you, Whitney. Yes, they are, aren't they? All right, well, we're going to get started tonight. I've got to pull up my run of show. So, where I prepared to give you guys my tips so that I wouldn't just be rambling and I could do my best to stay on time and stay, cognizant of where we are. So, the first part I want to talk to you guys about um, like I said, I told you who I am. I'm Christy Love of With the Nye PR. I'm the founder. I am a publicist and a producer. I've worked in publicity, events, consulting, and entertainment for over 2 decades. I absolutely love what I do, and I'd like to say I'm an expert. We have gotten a lot of great results for our clients, and we hope to continue to do so, and we work very hard to do that. Our agency is based in Chicago, one of the greatest cities in the world. Although we are based here, we work in the world and we are excited that we have clients all over. And yes, Michi, you are a manager, a program manager, and a producer, all of those great things. All right, guys. So, what I want to talk to you guys about to kick things off for the Don't Panic Publicize first social media live that we're doing today is let's talk about 2020. So the pandemic happened. So when you had your business and everything was going great, had your plans, things were growing, you were right on track, and then something happened where things changed, and it was not anything that any of us had control over. All of us as individuals, and especially as business owners, we had to do what was known in the media, and many of us often talked about and called pivoting. Well, I like to say we just had to reimagine. We had to step our game up and we had to get creative and become even more resilient because, as entrepreneurs and business owners know, you have to be resilient and you have to be ready for change, or you may not make it, or you may not be as successful. So during the pandemic of 2020, we worked with several clients, several Black business owners, several women business owners, where we were really excited to create content and tell their story, where we were able to help them not only get their story out about their business, their brand, their product, that was able to help them get business to continue to sustain, but we worked with them to be creative, to come up with ways to help them thrive and to help their businesses grow, and not just be here, but go here. So what we were grateful about was several of our businesses, that our clients that were business owners were able to really grow and come up with some new and innovative ways to continue to grow their business and do things during the pandemic. So that's something that we were super excited about. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. And keep in mind, we will be taking questions at the end. So if you guys have questions, I want to make sure that you guys put your questions up. I'm going to put the comments. So as I talk, if you have questions on Facebook, you are able to put your comments up. And if you have, sorry, something flying around. And if you have questions on Instagram, please make sure you ask them, and we'll try to get to them. So what I want to give you guys is just a few of the ideas and things that happened during the pandemic. So one of our clients, Keisha Rucker, restaurateur and co-owner of the Soul Shack. She was able to really continue to grow her business during the pandemic. Although restaurants was a business that you couldn't continue to go in and sit down and patronize like we once were able to prior, we were able to create some promotions where she got people to come in. So she is a soul food restaurant. So we really pushed her meals for Sunday dinners. We really pushed her meals for Mother's Day. We were able to partner with agencies and businesses that were sponsoring meals for first responders, where we were able to give back into the community. And then what we were able to also do with that was awesome when we did that, we were able to get press from that and get news coverage. So we took something that some people looked as a negative and we made a positive out of it. We also took the time to get her materials together and we did a professional photo shoot. She tested out some new recipes and just really went 100% hard on telling her story. We did press conferences. She got involved in the community. And during the pandemic, she was able to really position herself more as not just a business owner and a restaurant owner, but also she was also able to position herself as a business leader. So during the pandemic, we saw all of these stories in the news, and a lot of our clients, we were very fortunate that they got the coverage. We were very excited about that. But you too, as a business owner, can take a time that might be a little bit tough or rough, or you might be having a rough time getting over that, challenge, but you got to persevere. Be creative. Try it. You never know what could happen. So right now, I want to make sure I'm staying pretty good on time. And we are. I want to go ahead and see if we got Miss Keisha ready to come in. And we're going to bring her in because I just talked about her, Keisha Rucker, the co-owner of Soul Shack, businesswoman and restaurateur, also known as Ms. Hyde Park. We're going to be bringing her in soon to interview her. So as we wait for her, I want to play a video so that we can introduce her and let you see some of the work that we were able to do during the pandemic, and when we got a lot of press for her. So she's going to talk about that.
All right, soul food is food that feeds the soul. One Hyde Park restaurant is on a mission to keep all your souls full. Keisha Rucker from the Soul Shack is here to tell us all about it. Welcome.
Hi,
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, they put the plates down. It smells so good.
Great.
So you guys have been around for a year now. Restaurant is doing really well.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about what goes into your food.
So these are my recipes. They are from my kitchen to my restaurant. We have 3 dishes that we have out for you all, which is a jerk Cornish hens are our signature dish. I cook this for Thanksgiving versus turkeys.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Local guest today is best known for bringing the soul of the kitchen to your neighborhood.
Yeah, so if you liked your chicken made with Cornish hens, or perhaps, as Anita does, braised ribs or lemon pepper fried okra, then this is the place you've got to go to. Keisha Rucker, kind enough to join us. She is the co-owner of Soul Shack. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I can't wait to get to the dishes, but first, we got to talk about the pandemic. We do this with everybody on Love and Local. You did a bit of a pivot. What did you do to survive?
So we stayed open during the whole time. Fortunately, I'm a Hyde Parkian. That's my community. I was born and raised in that neighborhood. So they kept coming. They kept supporting. They kept the restaurant open during the COVID.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. I know by the rumors say the only time you left Hyde Park was to go to DePaul University. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I was born and raised in a Hyde Park community, as I said before. Shoesmith Elementary School was my school. Junior high, I went to William H. Ray. High school, I attended Kenwood. My kids have pretty much followed my same footsteps. So I've been here my whole entire life, truly.
That's what's up. So was this always a lifelong dream to have a restaurant, or did opportunity pop up? How did it happen?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
So was this a lifelong dream to have a restaurant, or it just an opportunity came and you seized it?
No, actually, this was part of my plan. I've been an entrepreneur for many years. I was a hairstylist. I owned a clothing boutique, and I had a wholesale clothing brand. But I love cooking. So my final business plan was to own a restaurant. And when the opportunity presented itself, I took it.
All right, everybody, we are back. Did you see the wonderful press that we got for our client, Keisha Rucker, co-owner of the Soul Shack, aka Ms. Hyde Park? She's also a restaurateur and businesswoman and leader in the community. And you saw all that great coverage. Well, we are excited to have her here, and we are going to bring her in with us today and just talk to her about how he has helped our business and marketing. Hey, Keisha, how are you?
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Great. Let's see if we can switch this screen where I can have a side by side. There we go. I like that much better.
Perfect.
Yes. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, one of our top clients, and we really are glad to have you here on Don't Panic, Publicize.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I truly appreciate all the work that you and your team has done for me. So being on the show to explain to everyone how great you all have helped me get through these hard times, it's no problem. Like I'm so honored that you asked me to do this.
Well, you are a great client. You're a great business leader, businesswoman, great mother. You are a great daughter, and you're a great boss, and a really, really great cook. So let's get into it a little bit. So let's start off. Tell everybody about you and your business and how you got started.
So my name is Keisha Rucker, and I own the Soul Shack restaurant in Hyde Park community. It's a boutique style soul food restaurant, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. And the space was available. It was no soul food restaurant in the Hyde Park area at that time, and my partner and I decided that that would be like an amazing asset to the Hyde Park community.
Awesome, awesome. Well, it is an amazing asset to not just the Hyde Park community, but to the Chicagoland area. Okay. People come from all over to try your food and to eat your
Thank
food. You have
you.
regulars from all over. I live on the opposite side of town and I'm often driving over there. So you've done an excellent job. So let's talk about, how did the pandemic of 2020 affect your business? I know you had just celebrated your first year and had a very successful first year. So share with everyone how, when the pandemic happened, what you went through and how you handled that and how you bounced back.
So I did. My first year was pretty successful just off of word of mouth and just the social media presence. And like I said, opening that type of restaurant on the south side in the Hyde Park area where it was a need for that. Um, so in the beginning it was amazing. COVID then hit, and my most of my funds came in through walk-in. I didn't have any delivery services. So at that point I had to figure out a way to obtain revenue, and that's when the delivery service companies came into play. I signed up for Uber Eats, Chow Now, Grubhub, anything, any delivery service that I could possibly get at that time, because everyone was pretty much
Yeah.
at home, and no one was allowed to come into the restaurant, period, by law.
Yes,
So that
unfortunately.
that
But
became very,
fortunately.
very difficult. It was very, very difficult. But at the same time, I think right before COVID hit, I met you. We were introduced, and you were like a life changing person that really helped me get through the COVID times. You promoting and putting me out there to the world brought communities, neighborhoods, people that's never been in Hyde Park, never heard about the Soul Shack, was not familiar with me, and that public presence actually kept our doors open at that time.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we also during that time was able to introduce the world to Ms. Hyde Park. Can you tell us a little bit about Ms. Hyde Park and how we came to get that title for you out there, which is actually what people call you?
That's my name. I grew up in the Hyde Park area. My children go to the Hyde Park high schools and elementary schools, and I'm just a part of my community. I live in my neighborhood. I shop in my neighborhood. I eat at the restaurants in my neighborhood. Though I go everywhere, all over the city, all over the world, I
Yes,
still
you do.
stay at home. So therefore, I felt like in my community, people knew me as Keisha Rucker. And then when we started branding myself and putting out there who I am, it's just Miss Hyde Park came about as my name, thanks to a beautiful lady on live with me. And
Oh,
it
2001.
stuck, and it stuck. It rained. It was just perfect. It was perfect. Like
Yes.
people from my neighborhood actually said that is perfect for you. You have actually been in Hyde Park your entire life. So if anyone can hold the title of Miss Hyde Park in our era, it can definitely be you.
Yes. And I think it was the Chicago Sun-Times that printed it first. And
Yes,
now everyone has printed it and said it ever since. And then it's so
yes,
funny. We were at an event recently and someone said, "Isn't that Miss Hyde Park?" walking by. So
yes.
see,
That is
that's the
my
power of
name.
publicity. Yes, yes, yes.
That's my namesake now. So I love
Yes.
it though. It definitely has a ring to it, and it definitely is part of who I am at this point of my life.
Yes, and for the ever. Okay. So I
Yes.
got one more question before we get out of here because I do have a second guest that I'm going to be bringing in. And I am so gracious for you taking the time out because I know this is like your dinner rush, but you jumped on to do this to share with everyone your experience. So I do want to ask you what valuable lessons have you learned since the pandemic, moving forward, working with publicity and marketing as part of your business plan?
I have I have learned that working in the public and putting myself and my business out there is very, very important. Um, like I said, I was known for different avenues of careers that I have done in the past, but
Yes.
the restaurant industry I was actually new in. People were not familiar with my name. People were not familiar with my cooking. So the having you all push me out there to the world, push me out there through newspapers, push me out there through magazines, push me out there through television. It really put me out so people wanted to know who I was. People wanted to know where my restaurant was located. People wanted to know what my personality is like. People wanted to know what my food is like. So that really, really
Yes.
brought a lot of attention to who I am and what I have become. And I just been honored to share it with everybody that's willing to learn or know or see who I am at this point. And I
Awesome.
have thank God I everything that I have named you guys, I have front page of newspapers, front page of magazines. I've been live on just news segments. I've actually cooked live on news segments. So I
Yes, you
have been very
did.
blessed to actually say that you all have really put a lot into my company and my branding and pushed me out for the world. I've did articles for places out of the country that's our world food magazines and articles. So when I say you have really, really promoted and put me out there, you all really did a great job with promoting and putting me out there.
Well, I thank you. You have a great product, a great business. You are a great person. You're very authentic. You willing to learn. You also willing to teach. So you have all of the ingredients that make for a great client. So we're very glad to have you on our roster and be a part of our I community. And we're looking forward to working with you for a very long
Forever.
time, right?
Forever.
Forever, and doing more and more and more. 2022, great things are coming. So, thanks,
Absolutely.
guys, for all your comments on Instagram. Keisha, I want to let you know that Jasmine, JB Chick, she said, I'm sorry, JB Shy. I got to scroll back down. Don't please forgive me for J Shy BK. That is Jasmine. She said that yes, Soul Shack has been a great addition to Hyde Park, and she is a big Hyde Park fan, and she travels all over the world. But I want to just say thank you. We're going to keep this thing moving. Before we leave, can you please let everyone know how they can find you on social media,
Okay.
and also let them know to stop in and how to do it?
Yes. So my social media is Soul Shack, and I am located at 1368 East 53rd Street in the Hyde Park community. And I am open currently from Monday to is it Sunday? Monday through Sunday, 6 days a week. We're closed on Saturdays, but we will be opening up very soon, starting March 1st on Saturdays.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you again for
Thank
coming.
you
I
for
try
having
to
me.
do
You all have
something.
a great day. Hope to see all of
Yes.
you all that's never been to the Soul Shack. Hope to see you all very soon.
And you on Instagram too. Remember to share on Instagram. I know you can't see Keisha on the screen, but you can hear all this great conversation and go check out the Soul Shack. So thanks again for
Thank
coming in,
you.
Keisha. Have a wonderful
Bye
evening and a
bye.
great rest of the week.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
See, isn't that awesome? You see how she talked about how publicity worked for her and helped her during the pandemic, and how she's continuing to use publicity and marketing to continue to grow her business and keep it successful, not just sustain yourself, but be successful. You want, it's an investment, but it is an investment that with the patience and trusting the process, you will get it back. And also, you have to put in the work. We work together with you as a team. So, real quick, let's keep going on before we go to our next guest. Oh, no. Yeah, we do have our next guest. So, I have our next guest waiting, and I am so excited to have her. I know, again, you on Instagram can't see her, but I hope that you can hear her. And I want to ask again on Instagram that little arrow at the bottom of your screen, if you don't mind, while I'm bringing on our next guest and you're listening to hear about who she is and some of her work, if you would please share with your followers so we can get a few more people in the room, because I am very excited. My friend, my client, and my aligned business partner, Nicole Murray, she is going to be my next special guest that I'm bringing in. She is an amazing person. And let me just say really quickly, it is always great to have people in your life and people to work with that can help hold you accountable and push you to be better. And I am really grateful that I have that in Nicole Mary. She's one of many people in my business circle that I have to do that. So she's going to come on and talk about marketing, and we're going to talk about how marketing and PR work together. But right before we do that, I want to play you guys a little something on her.
Tomorrow is Juneteenth, the day that recognizes the end of slavery. But this morning, a group of local students got a special preview of the Black Art Walk before it opens to the public. They met the creators, talked about culture and the meaning of this holiday. NBC5's Jen DeSalvo joins us live in the South Loop with more. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Patrick. And that's right, the Black Art Walk begins tomorrow, and a group of students got a sneak peek of it today, and they took us along with them. The Black Art Walk honoring and celebrating Black creatives and kicking off on Juneteenth.
We really look at the artists and the art that they display as something that is a lesson in a way in which they can express their creativity and really their impact in this world in a creative way.
And the artwork featured includes 44 by Robert Louis.
Okay, and now I'm going to play her introduction video. Yay! And bring her in. All right, let's welcome Nicole Murray of Agape Creative Boutique. She has a couple of companies. I'm gonna let her give you all of the names, but I want to welcome my friend and my aligned business sister, Nicole Murray, here. Thank you, Nicole, for joining us tonight on Don't Panic, Publicize. We really appreciate you being here. Beautiful.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time and your vision.
Yes, thank you for believing in it. Yes, get your camera over. Just okay.
There we
Yeah, there it is. Yes, I want them to see all of the loveliness that's on the
Aren't you
camera.
sweet?
Well, thank you, my friend. So let's get started. Why don't you tell everyone who you are, what you do, talk about the Culture Museum also. So I'm going to shut up and turn it over to you.
Okay, well, I will be brief. I am the founder of Agape Collective. We are a marketing and business development company, and Agape Creative Boutique. We are a artist management and artistic development company. In Mogul Nation, we are a youth empowerment and entrepreneurship company for youth. So those are our three core companies, and our facility is the Culture Museum. It is culture with a K. And it is basically a museum and studio that we really align some really awesome artists and some really fun events and fun times in general. All about the culture and impact
Yes.
and alignment. Mm-hmm.
And one of the artists was featured in the last photo that we took, which tell us a little bit about him and his exhibit. So that very
Yes.
last photo in the intro video.
So the very last photo was with Roger J. Carter. He is a artist that I manage, that we manage at Agape Creative Boutique. His work can be found a lot of different places, but also our Kochi Museum. He works with really awesome small figurines. He works with a lot of different mixed media with cars. He also is a very phenomenal painter, but he's a software
Yes,
engineer
he
as
is.
well. So it really it shows in his creativity the dimensions in which he dives into. So I've enjoyed working with him as well as Robert Lewis Clark, Paul Branton, Unique McNeil, Alan Iverson Hicks, and Fanta as well. So we've had a really fun time just putting our collective together, our creative collective together.
And they are very talented. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, you need to make sure you make an appointment to go by and see the artwork. If you are not and you plan on visiting soon, you should stop by and make sure you follow them. And she's going to give out the information before she leaves, and you'll get to see the work. And I'm sure they will ship it anywhere in the entire United States or abroad for the right price, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. So, why don't you talk a little bit about some of the past marketing campaigns that you've worked on that maybe we've recognized, and just give us a little bit of an overview of what marketing is for business owners?
Okay. So I've worked on marketing for a very long time. I've been in a lot of different campaigns from Toyota to My Black is Beautiful to Michelle Obama's fight against childhood obesity back in the day. When I was starting out, I've launched Agape a few years ago. We've had a lot of really fun campaigns. The U.S. Census Bureau for 2020, we did a lot of outreach for that in a holistic marketing campaign. We have clients that are restaurants. We have clients that are nonprofits. We have the city of Chicago as a client for the violence prevention campaign. So there's a lot of different vantage points when it comes to marketing, because marketing is really looking at your product as well as your goals and making sure that your plan is really sufficient to get it done. So
And you do get it done. That I will
that is
say.
the intent.
Yeah.
That is the
So
intent.
you mentioned that you've worked with some, national brands, and then you also work with local brands. What are some of the things that a local brand can do that a national brand does, maybe on a smaller scale, but can gain some results from marketing for their business?
Strategy. Yeah, strategy
That's
really.
always it.
Yeah, you
Strategy.
can throw money at a lot of different things, but if it's not going to, if you don't understand who your target is, what your goals are, you're looking to accomplish, and then from that put a plan together. So you can activate on different things. You can activate on influencers. You can activate on social media. You can activate on creative. So really having your brand and aligned in a right visual capacity, so that when people see you, they recognize you, because the most powerful tool in teaching is repetition. That's why media is very important. So if they understand who you are and what you are, they will become more familiar with you. And then from then on, you'll start to have more ambassadors of your brand. So branding is a huge thing that all companies should have in
Hmm.
general. And companies, entities, brands, things like that.
Yeah, and artists,
Yep.
nonprofits, you have to have an identity. That is what she's, talking about with your brand. Everybody's
Yep.
talking brand, my brand, my brand, my brand. And it's not just a personality, but it is also your identity. So
Exactly.
that's some really good information. And I hope you guys on Instagram can hear what she said, because she's sharing some gems. And again, if you don't mind, on Instagram, make sure that small arrow down there, you share, 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 so we can get some more people in here. I mean, I'm really excited for our first one. We do have an audience, so I'm very grateful. But let's get a few more in here, because I'm talking to an expert, Nicole Murray, who took time out. She's sharing great information about marketing for your business. So, keeping things rolling along. I know we talked about, just a little bit about what to do, and strategy is something. But why is it important for a business to get marketing? I know, we are service based businesses. So I have experienced in my career where I've had clients or potential clients, or met people who say, I don't need a publicist, or I don't need a marketing person. I can do it myself. So why is it, how important is it for, or they think I don't have to market? So how important is it for a business to market their business and to, if not hire a professional to do it, at least consult with them?
It is as important as you desire your success to be.
Mm.
So there are people who have companies and they are passive and they just want to get some fun energy out. They may not need to market. They could just go to SD or so and put their stuff on there because it's a hobby. But if you're really, really are passionate about the success of your business, then you should, and I'm sure you will be passionate about all the things that will make it successful. So the things that make a business successful, just like the things that make a car drive, is fuel, and the fuel is marketing. And so marketing is a part of is a part of the projection. So you can have a product, you can have a service, but there's a saying that says just because you build it doesn't mean they'll come. So you have to be able to put a plan together that is going to be a reflection of what you're building, and a strategy in place that is going to be that will come from a vantage point of really awareness, as well as just outreach.
Awesome information. So let's can you give so switching gears, so you talked about marketing and why they need it and a little bit about what it is. Can you talk about marketing materials and how important it is for business owners to have professional marketing materials for their brands?
Yeah, so professional and consistent marketing materials for your brand, because it is a vantage point. Right now, we have billions of visuals in front of us every day, all day long. So for us to recognize something, you need to have touch points that will give you the same. You need to have touch points that's going to really reflect that. So with professional materials and proper marketing materials, you are able to one, get the respect that you desire based on because it's representing who you are. You also take pride in what you have and that you're giving out. And then most importantly, you have the materials that you need so that people can consume your information. Right now, we have a digital society. Everyone's fast thinking and fast consuming, and no one has the bandwidth to really read through things. I love to read, but I'm one of very few of my friends who actually read, a full book,
Yeah.
often. But that's just because I'm a writer. I actually read. But really speaking, that doesn't. Everyone's moving through information really, really quickly. So you have to be able to grasp it and digest it and make it digestible so that you understand. And then with your target audience, marketing materials are going to be able to know that you're speaking to the right person at the right time. With the right information, and not just putting
Mhm.
your ass out there, your ask out there, not ask out there.
Exactly. I mean, we know what you mean, and it happens sometimes. So, it is what it is, but your ask is what you're saying out there, because you do want to know your audience. You want to know who your customer base is. So you're not just going over here and, if you can't, you don't want to be, if you're a restaurant, you're all about barbecue and it's pork and beef and chicken. You don't want to go over here to this vegetarian group and vice versa. So you
Yeah.
definitely want to do the research and know.
Mhm.
So can you just talk a little bit about some of the things that business owners need to have when they're marketing their business? Some of the materials like logos, flyers, and how working with a professional graphic artist helps set you apart versus using some of the programs that have the templates.
Well, a few things. One, it frees up your time so you can focus on your business and the real core competencies of your business, and that's really the important part. That's really valuable because a lot of times as business owners, we look to try to do everything, but the reality is if we are too aligned with the entities that can be of value, then we are valuable together. So with that, you save time and focus so that your real business can grow. And then the marketing means that you are the assets that you need. All it should be streamlined. Your visuals from one platform to the next should have some type of energy of your equity. So with that, your materials. So whether it's your logo, your social media post, your banners, your menus, if you're a restaurant, flyers, brochures, digital communication, newsletters, things of that nature. All those things are things that if you have, your brand guidelines and your and all those things in place, it's easier to communicate and more seamless to communicate.
All right. Yep, I agree with you. You want to make sure all of your braiding materials match up and they look alike. It's kind of like, it's a line. You want to make sure it's like a family. Everybody, everything is recognizable. So
Yep.
that's great advice. So before we let you go, do you have a promotional offer that you like to share with our viewers today?
Yes, I am an entrepreneur and I love working with entrepreneurs. So, oftentimes I have clients, like I said, I have larger clients and I have also startups, as well as clients that are looking to rebrand and expand their businesses. So, if you're in the business for that, we can assist by creating a strategy call with you, understanding some of your marketing needs from logo design to asset design, banners, landing pages, flyers, newsletters, things of that nature, social media posts. We can offer that for about $250 for a consulting call and a selected amount of assets to develop for your expanding brand or your new brand. So you can always contact Chrissy. You can also contact myself. Yeah.
Yes, and I just figured out how I can put you down. So, can you give me your spell out the website so I could type it in? I'm so sorry. I just
Oh, no
like figured it
worries.
out right this minute.
It's www.agape.com, and Agape Collective is our mother company.
And I want to put up your social. At
Divine
Agape.
Devotions has Agape or Divine Devotions because it has all of the links
Let's
under my
do
site.
Agape.
Okay, Agape, AGAPE Collective, and there should be links to Mobile Nation and Creative in there also.
Okay. I did it. I did
Perfect.
it. I did it. I did it. So there we are. Make sure you follow Nicole with Agape Collective. If you have questions, please put them in the comments section. For the last couple of minutes, I will be taking a few questions. So, Nicole, I know you are a very, very busy lady, and I thank you for taking time out of your evening to do this with me. So, if you have to jump off, I understand, and I'll be closing out and finishing up the last few minutes of the Don't Panic Publicize Live. Thanks for joining the very first one.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You had it was very, very lovely show, and I would I'd love to support and also to see how everyone really understands how publicizing is so important, and really having a publicist, getting your name out there is a part of your marketing plan and part of your strategy. So you have to have it if you're looking for success also. So it's good that you're really expanding and
Thank
showing
you.
the value proposition when it comes to publicity. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to show the video of when you did the NBC segment,
Oh,
to
thank you.
promote the June 19th walk and all of the great artwork that you was representing in the wonderful event that we were able to be a part of and help, help it be successful. So, I'm looking forward to doing this more, and you will be coming back more often.
Okay.
So, everyone, again, make sure you follow Nicole at Agape Collective. Make sure you visit her website. She is offering a consultation call to look over your marketing materials for starting at $250, and you can reach her by contacting her through her website or sending her a message through her social media. When I do the replay, I will make sure that I put all of your contact information up so they can contact you.
Okay. Well, thank you. You have a blessed day.
You too. All right. Thank you. Well, wasn't that great information from Nicole? She is a very talented and seasoned veteran marketing person. I thank you all on Instagram for hanging in there with me. If you are on Facebook and you have questions or you want to make comments, I'd like to strongly recommend that you do that now. We have about 10 minutes left, so I will take questions. If you have questions on Instagram, I'll be able to answer your questions. So please don't be shy. Okay, somebody said they don't think Facebook is working. Well, gosh, golly. Well, we'll see afterwards. If not, um, we'll make sure that we repost it. Thanks for that, Adrian. So we'll repost the stream on Facebook, but I have you guys live here on Instagram. So it worked for my first one. I can't be upset. I'm excited that, I got this far. So I want to let everyone know for our very first Don't Panic Publicize, I am offering a very special promotion. It's something that I very rarely do, if ever. We'll be offering a 1 hour consultation call to talk to you about your PR needs and goals and a PR plan that you may have put together or ideas that you may have to help you guys out. And we'll be doing so for 1 hour for $250 an hour. I will be putting up a link along with the rebroadcast where you can schedule your appointment on Calendarly. And we'll be doing so through the month of February in honor of Black History Month and also for the new year. So please don't be shy. Someone on Instagram I know has to have at least one question that I can answer before we get out of here. Come on, Stay Ready Media. Are you still here, Stacia? Someone has to have a question. And while we're waiting on the question from someone, and maybe one of my team members can ask a question, or one of our colleagues that's on here watching, one of the well, let me give you a few tips. When you are working to start your PR campaign and you want to get publicity for yourself, you need to make sure you have a professional bio on your business, product, or service. You want to make sure you have a professional bio on your on yourself, and it won't hurt to have a professional bio on some of your executive staff members or even long-term members. They may have stories that would work to get media coverage as well. You also want to have a professional photo shoot done by a professional photographer. Yes, we all have iPhones and all of these Androids, and they do take great photos. But you want to get that professional to get that photo because they got that right eye. They know what to look for. And there may be some things that they see that you don't see. So keep in mind, you got to put yourself out there and you're putting your best foot forward. So you always want to try to get you really want to invest in professional photos. And also, like Nicole said, you want to invest in professional marketing materials. Yes, there are a lot of great apps that are out there to help you get started. But when you work with someone that's what they specialize in and they're professional, they can give you something that is directly created for you, with you in mind, with your personality and your brand identity. Okay, we got a question on Instagram. Thank you so much, Stay Ready Media. That's my good media sis, my good PR sister friend. Thank you, Miss Stacia. Where is the best place to start getting publicity? That is a great question. You want to start with your family and friends. You got to be your own mouthpiece. When you start a business and you have an idea or a product, and can you hear me now? Is it still out? I'm sorry. I'm going to come back out. I think I know why it did that, but hey, we're getting this together. What's today? Monday? All right. Let's see if that helped. Okay, they can hear me over here. Can you hear me on Instagram? All right, I'm going to start over again. And so the question was, where is the best place to start getting publicity? And what I was saying is, when you decide you're going to open up a business, you're going to launch a product, or you're going to start your brand, you want to share with your family and your friends and the people that are in your direct network. Your network is your net worth. You want to research the media outlets that you would like to be in so that you are familiar with them. So when you pitch them, you know what stories they're looking for, and you can have an idea of what you bring to the table that would make them want to cover you. You also want to start by practicing daily with yourself in the mirror so you can look at your face, facial expressions, and see, oh, I don't like that. Work with your angles. Before I came here tonight, I did do a test run through. I know we've had a few hiccups and it may not seem like it, but we've made it through. So I hope those were a few good tips to get you started when you want to get started on doing your press. So, or get started to get publicity. But again, you want to make sure you have a professionally written bio on your company, product, or service, on yourself, on senior staff members. That does not hurt. You also want to make sure you get professional headshots, do professional photos of your staff. You also want to have professional marketing materials. You want to be professional, patient, persistent, but at the same time, don't discount the process. Just because you reached out to a media outlet today and you didn't hear from them immediately, it does not mean you will not hear from them. Persistence is key. Not pest, but persistence. So I'm going to stop here because we have about 2 minutes left and I have a video that I want to play everyone out. I want to also thank you all again for coming to the first Don't Panic Publicize social media live, where we talk about publicity and marketing and provide you with some tips to help you grow your business here in 2022. 2020, yes, was a pandemic. Yes, it knocked some of us off of our feet and we got back up. And we all, whether we are business owners, no matter if we are career oriented, moms, dads, whatever it is, community leaders, life as we know it has changed. But I like to say, hey, don't panic, publicize. Keep getting your name out there to the public, and they will continue to support you. So, again, thanks for joining on IG Live. Thanks for joining on Facebook. Thank you for watching the restream. Thank you for sharing in advance if that's what you choose to do. I really appreciate it. And remember, we're going to be back every last Monday of the month at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour. I'm Christy Love. I am a publicist, a producer, a content creator. I do it for the culture. I am the founder of With an Eye Agency, and I am also an inspiration pusher. I believe that if you put your mind to it and then put the work behind it, you will achieve your goals. So remember, don't panic, publicize, just keep going. Thanks again, and I look forward to you joining us next time. Agency, feel free to refer us. As I was saying on Instagram Live, thank you all again for coming. We will be back next February, the last Monday of the month, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you or someone you know is interested in publicity services, please refer them to us. And do not forget, for the month of February, we have a promotional special, a 1 hour consultation call to talk to you about your publicity and marketing needs for your business. And it's only $250. The scheduling link will be included with the rebroadcast. Follow us on social media at With an IPR, and that's With an I like eyeball, PR. Thanks again. Don't panic, publicize. Oh, and I want to give a very special thank you to my dear good friend and my business brother, Bryant Thomas with Red Level Entertainment. Make sure you follow them at Red Level 1. If you are looking to do any digital marketing, they are a great resource. Take care and make sure you continue to be successful in 2022. Grow your business. And if you haven't started it, start your business.